What's up, party people? We are hanging on by a thread to get this video out the day it's supposed to go out. I don't know how people do this. Don't you get busy? I mean, I understand the concept of working ahead of your schedule. I haven't figured that out yet. But what we are here for is to discuss my bedroom. You've never spent any real time in here other than the home tour because it's like we don't live here. We just hung our first piece of art because Blake's mom very kindly sent it to us. And there's a hole in the wall that the piece of art is covering. So that's where we're at. We live in an old home. I have said this more than once before. It is still true, if you can believe it. So there are some interesting quirks, such as bump outs along the walls. Some of them are accommodating old chimney stacks. It's always easier to just work around the chimney than to try and take it out. Some of them I cannot explain. So that kind of puts us in a bit of a predicament in terms of the way we can use the space. The bed only has one place that can be in, and that's where it is. And that's fine. I like a parameter. It helps me work. My dad is retiring this spring, so I have already recruited him to come and get things done because I don't actually know what's going on. I don't know how clear that's been to you. I don't know anything. He knows a lot. He's very helpful, very handy. He's an architect. We like to call him in when we've got big projects. So let's get out of my creepy little corner, the only piece of furniture in this room other than our bed, and I'll walk you through some ideas. Is this better? How about now? I lied. We're still in my creepy corner. Okay. So when you walk in, our closet is immediately to the left. Great. On first glance, it feels very large. I just think that there can often be a disconnect between people designing a space for efficiency from the perspective of the space they have available and the budget they have to work with, and efficiency in terms of what do people actually need and how do they actually use something, because I think those things tend to be quite different. And in our closet, it kind of shows. Or I have too many clothes. I'm unwilling at this time to commit to terms like that. So the solution that I have come up with, okay, you can see this bump out here, yes. What I want to do is build basically a little bench here. Oh, get out of the way. We're calling this a window seat, right? It's not under a window, but it is looking at one. Window seat. Okay. Now, it doesn't need to be like full bench. It could be like half bench, because then, pretend this chair's not here, I want built-in dresser drawers as a part of the window seat. I want it all to be one built-in unit that looks like it's utilizing this weird recessed amount of space correctly, because there's nothing else we can do. Like, we could put a little sofa bed here, like a day bed. Why would we do that? I don't need that. What I need is somewhere to put all my sweaters, maybe my swimsuits, my off-season clothes. Like, a dresser here could be an excellent use of space. It's like I take 9 months off, and the second I decide to get back into filming, the house next door goes for sale and they immediately start demo. So for the next God knows how many months, probably 9, you're going to be hearing just light, loose construction sounds in the background. There's nothing I can do about that, and I'm sorry. So we're trying out the tiny little microphone to see if that helps. Back to the bedroom. Okay, so let's say in this pretend world that my window seat cabinet unit is all built out. Excellent. I'm picturing underbench storage, tall storage, a lot of storage. Now, we do have some other issues. Our laundry is currently in these little like bins, and I don't love that they're out. So I'm wondering, like, is there a solution that we could work into the built-in unit? Does getting stuff out of the closet into this built-in unit kind of free up some space in the closet where I could hide those away a little more? I don't know. That's a minor issue. Oh my God, the amount of sounds happening. The biggest issue is really this room has no character. There's no character, there's no soul. It's just pure white. There's no crown molding, nothing. So I obviously want to paint it, but like for some reason I am at a loss for the color scheme I want to do in here. Like I want it to feel bright and warm and cheery. However, I fall very much into this like torn design preference world where I love the like whimsy, girly, sweet Matilda Goad of it all. Like how fun. And then I also just like really love, let's call it like historical masculine English interiors. I don't really know how to describe that one, right? Like I absolutely love the bright colors, the cheeriness, the fun. But do I want to live there or do I want to go to that hotel? You know what I mean? Also, I don't live here alone, so like I have to consider another person's design preferences. So then that brings us to the overall aesthetic of the entire room. What do I want to do? I don't know. The room needs character. It is desolate. Desolate. I think I want to add like a picture rail to all the walls. The bump outs make this very annoying. It would be a lot of cuts, but I think it would be really cute. And that is something that I could take on and it would be fine. That would help add character. I mean, crown molding would be ideal. I want to have a call with my dad, see what he thinks about the built-ins. You have to put finishing pieces at the top of them. Like they'll go to the ceiling. You'll put your finishing detail. And then in my perfect world, we would just carry that around the room. It is a lot of extra work, but like the room is boring. And you know, Blake's argument is like, no one else sees this room. All we do is sleep here. And it's like, yeah, for sure. But also like, I want this to be a space of just like blissful joy. Like when you walk in, it's like, oh my God, I have the cutest room. Can you believe this is my room? Not this like weird, insane asylum. Like, am I in a fancy prison? We don't know. We don't know. Okay, so let's say we've added all of our details, right? I've added crown molding. I've put in a picture rail, darling. Now what do we do with paint? What color do I want? Part of me is thinking I want this like really pale, really soft butter yellow. But then I'm like, am I going to get sick of that? Is that something that would be better suited for the bathroom and something more neutral out here? But is that boring? Do I want blue? I'm a blue girly through and through. I love so many different options of blue. But like the overall theme of the home is way more warm toned. So the color scheme, that's a whole freaking to do. And I am so lost. If you have a color that you have painted your bedroom that you're like, this was the best choice I ever made, please let me know. I want to be like bold and brave, right? It's our bedroom. Again, nobody sees it. This should offer me the opportunity to try something so new and different. I'm just a nervous Nelly about the whole thing and I can't make a decision. Good morning. Thank you for joining along on my, I don't want to call it fully unhinged, but like slightly unhinged decision making or lack of decision making design process. This is the inside of my brain, and I constantly waffle and argue with myself, as you are now privy to. Let's make my bed, put my room back together, and recap what needs to be done. You got to fold blankie into the bed, obviously. First things first, I know for a fact that I want the built-in. I know what I need the built-in to do. I know where I want the built-in to go, right? We've only got one option for that. I pretty much know what I want it to look like from like, you know, a high level design theme. Obviously, as we get into the nitty-gritty of like the functions of each piece, the design might change a little, but overall, I want somewhere to sit and throw my clothes and somewhere to store things. I would like that to include excess clothing, off-season clothing, and potentially my laundry. Great. Then I need to get new bedside tables because I bought all of this before I knew anything, and I didn't know that buying matching bedroom furniture was tacky. I don't make the rules. They are very nice nightstands. I just prefer the bed, and the nightstands are too big. I hate that it's in front of the window, so they will go. We're keeping the bed, the rug, the artwork, probably the ladder black shelving thing, the mirror. So really, the built-in is going to be the main focus of updated design. It'll be the moment of interest in the bedroom. The crown molding slash maybe picture rail I would like to add will be like the cherry of detail on top. And then we'll get curtains because right now we look insane. So I have a way better understanding of all the pieces that I need. And I honestly feel like this slightly unhinged design talk through that we've been having has actually really helped me kind of pick a direction. Like I actually feel better about what I want to do now than when I started. And the physical labor, the design, the labor, that's going to be the bulk. The rest is picking my paint colors, finding like thrifting new bedside tables, and pulling it all together. My goal is I want to have everything like ready to go so that when my dad and I finish this project, everything else is here. It's not like, oh, the built-in is finished. Like now what do we do? It's like, no, we've got an entire plan, start to finish. And I could paint the whole room before the wardrobe is built, get the new dressers, like get everything ready to go so that when that project is done, like the room is finished. I am 100% open to suggestions, ideas, hiccups that you see that maybe I have not. So let me know. And I will keep you posted on this project, obviously, and I'll show you as it all comes together over the next couple months. Hopefully it's cute as heck. That's the whole goal, right?